Welcome to the Controlling Cash Flow and Credit Club, where we talk home-based business, income shifting strategy, and credit repair with your host Melissa King, my econ, and Tony of the Tony Clopton Show. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave us a comment. Now let's do this.
What's up? It
You
worked.
snuck in. I snuck up on myself.
I can't believe it worked.
That's what that face is for real.
Let's see what's going on. What's going on?
Hey, Demetri. Come through, Demetri.
Welcoming everybody to the live. I got about 500 people on my YouTube page. Welcome YouTube. Welcome Facebook. Welcome TikTok and Snapchat and all that other stuff. Welcome.
Demetri said she got to run, but she shared it. Thank you for sharing, Demetri.
All right.
I don't know what I did to this thing. Cause anyway, I don't know. Some kind of way I got the same going live, two going live at the same time. And apparently
that's 50. Old folks in technology. Where your baby at?
Look, shit, I ain't gonna call him for the help. You call me raggedy. That's what you gonna do.
Oh man, you raggedy. But anyway, we're gonna keep pushing.
We're gonna keep pushing. Let me see if I can get this computer over here doing right. Just say it.
Yeah.
But welcome everybody. We took a little break last week. Life was life and we had some stuff going on, but we are back. We back to talk about our favorite subject.
Ooh, we. Yep.
So
finances.
Tony, how you been?
Life is lifing.
Gotcha. Okay. So for anybody who is here for the first time, my name is Melissa King, and I'm a home-based business owner with a company called My Econ. My Econ is short for My Economy. Now, when I say My Economy, that means my financial business. You know, Tony got his thing, I got my thing, but we both have the same business. We just, do different strategies. Mm-hmm. So I started this business. And you know what I realized today? I've been saying the wrong date. I didn't join November the 17th. I joined November the 16th.
Okay. That's okay. It's just one day, right?
Yeah. I guess because that's the day the money comes out on the 17th every month. So, but I was like, how I got the wrong date? Yeah. But anyway, joined this business in 2015. So this year, in November, will be 10 years of me having my own business, having my own home-based business. So what has that gotten me, this home-based business? Mm-hmm. Well, it's gotten me a better credit score. It's gotten me a lot of deductions that I could not get as just a regular W-2 employee. it's giving me knowledge that I can share with my friends. And I hired my daughter. She's my employee. But and so I've had all this generational wealth training down to her. Mm-hmm. So, that is pretty much what we do. We talk about financial strategy. So this man over here to that side, he is the one who introduced me to this great business. Mm-hmm. This is my longtime friend and financial guru, Mr. Tony Clopton. I call him Fester Clopton. Why do I call him it? Because he has his PhD in money. PhD in money. Where did he get it from? He didn't go. Did he go to Yale? Nope. Did he go to Harvard? Mm-mm. Princeton? Did you even go to any school?
A community college, did it count?
So what I'm about to say is the school that y'all don't know about that he went to is the School of Hard Knocks. Mm-hmm. Now, School of Hard Knocks is easy to get into.
Right.
But graduating out of it, that's a feat.
That's right.
That is a feat. So, introduce yourself. Tell us about your finance, do your
all thing. Right. So check it out. So Melissa, gave a little bit about me. I don't have any degree in anything, but I do have a lot of common sense. Melissa said that, with the business, when she joined, a few things that it has done for me is helped me understand how to control my money. Common sense say, hey, you can make it, and if you're not keeping it, it's just like you never had it. That's what my common sense say. So I started learning from some multi-millionaires. I'm talking about mentors that got money, understand money, and was able to share it. And this is why we're here today. For me, the company taught me how to write off my lifestyle. Everybody has one. I like doing what normal people do. Take vacations, eat at a nice restaurant, make sure my bills are paid on time. But here lately, that's been kind of tough, right? So this is why we're here today. Melissa put up an awesome title, and I think the background, I don't know if you can see it, but we're learning what we have learned from our past financial experiences, and everybody got a story to tell.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be glad to share mine, and maybe Melissa, anybody else out there that may have a testimony on how they improve their finances. This is what our business is about: sharing a membership and sharing some testimonies on how we got to where we are today. So, Melissa, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You can come over here and hang out and talk about money anytime. Okay. It's always an open door for that. So, everybody, you cannot dodge the conversation about what's going on in the economy, in the White House, all that. And believe me, I have tried. Yeah. When I hear folks talking, I try to go the other way because I don't be wanting to hear about that mess, that foolishness.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, even if I don't hear about it, it's gonna touch me.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely gonna touch me. So, this is gonna be an upbeat live.
Yeah. I know you got, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, but anyway, we're supposed to be talking about struggles, financial struggles, and what we learned. I could probably write a book.
Yeah, me too. Me too, and I think I will.
And it's crazy, how much you don't know, and then when you look back at it, you realize that, if I had just did this, or if I had just not did this, or whatever, I might be in a better place right now.
Right.
But it's never too late to learn.
That's right.
And if we can tell a story or a testimony that's gonna help you learn and avoid what we went through, I'm all for it. My philosophy in life, and I don't my friends tell you this. I tell them I don't tell stories where I come out looking bad. Right. I keep them to myself. My only caveat is if that story can help somebody else.
There you go.
You know, I done messed up bad just like everybody else, but I keep my stories to myself.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this money, oh, that's Miss Nettles. Hey, Miss Nettles.
Hey, Miss Nettles. How you doing?
That was our homemade teacher back in the day.
Yeah, one of the best teachers I ever had. One of the best. She in my top 5.
Okay. Let me see. LaShonda Allen, the Hood Table. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. We appreciate it. For everybody who shared, thank you for sharing. So, Tony, you kick it off. Give me your best struggle story and what you learned from it.
Okay, so I'm gonna start back in 2008, and I know I might be telling my age. I'm proud to be 52 years young. I experienced 2008 when the housing crisis came about, and for me personally, I don't have a degree, and the job pool is kind of tight when you don't have some type of degree, bachelor's or associates or something, when you're going into the workforce. So for me, I knew that if I'm relying on a job only to pay my bills and to take care of my family, then I was going to struggle. You know what I'm saying? So I have always been looking for something to supplement my income, because I work at Mercedes, y'all. And I'm gonna tell you, you cannot build a premium vehicle from home. You have to go to the plant and be there. I'm talking about mind, body, soul. You got to be there. I can't do what Melissa do and work from home. So I know that I'm going to have to find something else if, let's say, the economy starts tanking like it is starting to do now, or if it's a shortage in sales. I know that my income gets cut. So I had to come up with some other type of income. And I was looking for business, or some type of business, a business that would allow me to work from home, and I didn't have to worry about a bachelor's or science. Nobody cares in business if you got some type of degree, especially when you have a product or service that people need. That's the great thing about our business, is like, I know too many people that are in this business are like me, and they're very successful. I'm talking about 6-7 figure incomes without a formal education. You see what I'm saying? So I knew in 2008 that I had to have something else to supplement my income, just in case my job kind of fails, right?
Yeah.
So this is where I am today, and I think that everybody will have a story like financial struggles. For me,
Tony.
Yeah.
I don't think you understood the assignment. When you heard the story.
Okay, about 2008. Well, 2008.
So just 2008 was a rough time for you.
Yeah, it was a rough time for me. I had a little bit more.
We was finna get a beginning, a middle.
Okay, so in 2008, I had about 3 or 4 rental properties, 3 or 4 vehicles at the time. I was doing well, but I used a lot of my own money to fund some of my investment properties. Like I said, I had a job only. My wife worked, and then she lost her job. Like I say, it was a lot going on in 2008 that it was like a blur. And I was like, man, I was trying to, rob Peter, pay Paul. Okay, so y'all come get this car, y'all come get this truck. Oh, my renter stopped paying on my rental property, so I'm gonna have to make a decision if I should, kick them out. I didn't want to kick nobody out. I'm hoping the economy would get better, but I found myself in $700,000 in debt. Not just my main home. I had, like I said, I had 3 or 4 other properties. So, and all of that stuff was on one little check. And I'm telling you, when people stop paying, you're gonna have to make a decision. And like I say, 2008 was a tough time for me. And I said, I'll never go through another 2008, because I had to put some things in place that we're going to talk about later on in the segment. But I'm telling y'all, do not get caught when the economy start tanking, or you just never know when your job get affected. you know.
Yeah. Yeah, 2000. Well, lucky for me, you know, I ain't had no house in 2008. I didn't lose no money in my 401k because I had spent that all up too. So I pretty much just breathed.
Yeah.
I breathed through 2008.
Okay.
And that's not a good thing though, because that means I ain't had shit.
Yeah, hey, you ain't got nothing, they can't take nothing.
They can't take what you ain't got. So for the first time, I was the one. I can say I ain't lose nothing because I ain't have nothing.
Right.
But okay, so let me see. Okay, the hood type said, I hate this stupid computer. Every time I try to, anyway, let me see what the hood type said. She said, I used to work in real estate and I will never forget 2008 because I was laid off after being at my job for 8 years.
Wow.
Then I went to another real estate company and was laid off after 4 years.
Right. Wow.
No, it's mercy. And you know what? The hood type I was on her. She said after that I was doing with real estate.
I know that's right.
I was over on the hood type of channel last night, and she was talking about, you know, how the cost of the taxes on the homes have gone up. Now again, I'm renting right now, so that hadn't hit me. But just like taxes go up for y'all, I'm pretty sure the rent is gonna go up for us.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, I ain't had nothing to lose in 2008. I was good.
I think a lot of people had their wake up moment during COVID, man, when man everything was going south, you know. But I think that in 2000 and during the COVID era, I had been engulfed in my econ, and I understood the strategies and how to create that emergency fund, and I came out okay. And I was like, man, some people don't realize that it's another COVID situation that's around the corner, and we may be in it now. So what do you do?
But you know what? This is one thing I can say. Phelps over there in the middle of COVID, when everything was going to shit, he went and bought a house. Zamunda.
Zamunda.
I was like, how you do that? Folks trying to that just lets you know your financial training paid off because exactly. So for me, you know, if I had to tell my biggest struggle and what I learned from money, and I almost hate to talk about it because my stomach started hurting. I be feeling like I need to cry. Them damn payday loans.
Ooh, they'll get you.
I fell in that trap.
Yeah.
This was 2000. I don't know. It was around 2000. I was living in Birmingham. And you know, this is the thing. What I really learned from payday loans is if you are not gonna have the money to pay it back as soon as you get paid, and it didn't dawn on me that this is not a solution because you know they be playing them commercials and they make the commercials sound like they're giving away free money. So I went down there, I got $500 because I needed to pay my car note. And so, you know, I was around there sleeping with one eye peeping out the blinds. Every time I hear a truck, I would get nervous. Like, they come to get my car. They come to get my car. So, you know, I was like, I got to do something. And, you know, at this point, I'm supposed to be grown, so couldn't go home and ask for the money. So I'm like, okay, I do pay their loan. Went over there, got the 500. I'm going to say it got to the point that I ain't even got nothing that thick. It got to the point, you know, every time you go, they ask you, do you want to renew it or do you want to just go ahead and pay it off? And I couldn't afford to pay it off. I never did. It's like you borrow 500 if you got 500 to give back. I ain't happy to give it back. So told it for 2 years. Every time I got paid, I was driving from downtown Birmingham where UAB is over to Roebuck to the payday loan place. And I had to take them 500. And you know, every time it's like they would charge, like I forget what the interest was, But you know, they were making money off that money. So how I finally, and that wasn't even, and the sad part is that wasn't even the only one I had. I had one in Forestdale too. That one I only borrowed $300. So and this was back before they was doing direct deposit. So I literally got my check, went through the drive-through at Compass, got the check, took it over there to them. Not only is they pimping me, they making me bring them my money on my lunch.
Yeah,
so
you hit bad.
So every time you go, when you redo it, they staple. So the lady come pulling out this folder about this thick, where I had came for 2 years, re-upping this thing, and I actually did the math at one point and added up how much I gave away, because that's basically what I did. But what made me do it, the lady embarrassed me so bad, because I was in there, and you know, the same people in all the time, so I said,
same people.
Yeah, you know, we all friends in there. We all up here on Friday. She did Darren Kapu. But the girl working behind the thing, she said, "Do you want to redo it again?" And I was like, "Yeah." She looked at me, she was like, "Really?"
Yeah. Really?
She got paper this thick while I didn't come in here for 2 years.
Yeah.
And you know what? She embarrassed me so bad. I said, "Well, I guess I'll go and pay it off." I ain't even have the money to pay it off. But I was cheap. You could have bought me for about 2 cents. Because I was like, no, it's bad when the people who taking your money is asking you, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. You on drugs. You ain't on drugs, is you?
Right. Yeah. You know, so I guess for me, that's the biggest struggle lesson. Because it's like they own you.
Yeah.
You got to get over there and take them their money.
You know what? I'm telling you, I think people need to have more conversations like this. Like, it could be somebody going through the check cashing places right now and can't get out. So we try to provide a workable. Oh Lord, what is Chai? I had to pay their loan, calling each other to loan me money to pay the. Oh wait, yeah, you hitting bad.
Yeah, you crazy.
Bless your heart. Verbal assess.
You know, that's DM. I didn't been there. And that's why, you know, it's good to come on and give your testimony, because I don't want people to think we get on here every week trying to brag about this business and this money. This ain't no brag. This is a testimony.
No. Yeah, this is a testimony.
Because Lord knows, you know, another financial struggle. I didn't know how credit worked.
Yeah.
And, you know, I thought as long as you pay your stuff on time, it was good. I had never ran a copy of my credit report. I'm in somebody's car dealership talking about my kind of car. And they done ran my credit and came back and told me my score was a 591. So I was like, is that good?
And what that mean? Boy, I'm telling you, these are the conversations we're supposed to be having. If you didn't have them, not with your parents, you need to have them with your kids. I'm telling y'all, these are the conversations we're supposed to be having. And then we're supposed to be talking about solutions. That's what our business taught me. And I'm saying, as a grown man, we're going to all make mistakes. I'm telling you, we all make mistakes. And like they say, pain pushes you. Your struggles supposed to push you. The storms you go through, they push you so you can learn and do better. But it's crazy. Some people just keep making the same mistakes, maybe because they don't know. They don't know anything else.
Look, I'll give you another one. I got so, you know, I first went to college and I got these credit cards that I couldn't pay working at Taco Bell for 20 hours a week.
Right.
So, of course, I just stopped paying. I stopped going to the mailbox. I'm like, I don't usually even looking at them. I can't pay them.
Right.
I'm gonna litter up my living room. Yeah. So I had an old phone moment. I forgot what I was thinking.
Oh, that's 50 working on you. Oh.
What was that? Okay.
Credit card. You say you stopped looking at them. You couldn't pay them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Reel me on back in.
Okay, I got you.
So I messed up my credit. So about 4 years later, that was when I forget what the company was called, but they started giving out these cards, Premier, where you could rebuild your credit. And the catch with the card was, now they're gonna give you a card with a $300 limit, But right off the top, they taking 185 out.
Ooh.
So I started
in
with
the
a balance.
hole. In the hole.
So I'm like, okay, I pay these on and still ain't looked into what makes credit. I'm just going by what I think. Like, okay, so if I pay this on time for about 6 months, I should be good. Why I didn't even pay it on time for 6 months? So I didn't mess up the repair credit card. I'm like, everybody's hunting for me. But you know what my solution was for that was? My phone had got cut off anyway, so
they could call you.
y'all can't harass me.
Ooh. Hey, I know somebody that went through that same story and they can laugh about it, but how did you get out of the situation? I'm gonna tell y'all, these are the conversations we're supposed to be having. Man, I'm gonna tell you. This is how I grew my business is being transparent and being open and honest about it, because somebody else, if not going through it, or is going to go through it. And this is how we got out.
Well, my goal is I don't want nobody who ain't went through it to go through it, because it wasn't fun. It was embarrassing a lot of times, because you just never know what's gonna happen when your money ain't right. Yeah. And then we all one car breakdown away from being blown out anyway, because like I'm running over back and forth over there to pay this $500 for this car. What if I had gotten an accident on the way over there and totaled the car? I can't get another one.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think Lakivia hit it on the head. I think a lot of people pride get in the way. And I can tell you right now, if I ain't got it, and you ain't getting it. I'm gonna have to take care of me. And so it's okay to let stuff go, because some of the things that we're trying to hold on to is what's hurting us. And I even heard this too. They said, man, the devil will bless you too. Oh, he blessed me with this and blessed me with that, but you couldn't keep the first payment due, and you couldn't hold on to it. You got to be careful about how you get things. You got to get things the right way and decent and in order. Of course, pray about it, and hopefully, make sure that you're ready to, even for when it break down. You got to have money to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So, this is what we're talking about, y'all. I'm just hoping that we can reach out to some people and share a solution and some strategy, especially in this economic time. Because we don't know what's coming around the corner. And like I say, I like to always quote a Bible verse or two, Ecclesiastes 11:2, the disaster across the land or something like that. Like I say, I ain't no pastor preaching none, but I know it says you have to have multiple streams of income and not rely on any one source. You know what I'm saying? Of course, God is our source, but the resources out there to have a job, a business, invest some real estate, do some other stuff in case that one income fails you.
Yeah. And it's not always easy. Like, if, for instance, I'm a divorced parent. So I am the breadwinner. I do everything at this house. So if I want to go outside of the home and get an extra job, it's not feasible.
Right.
So sometimes you're limited due to your circumstances. The good thing about this business was it came at a time when I needed it. Because this was the other embarrassing thing for me. I've always made decent money, So it looks even worse when you make good money and your ass is broke.
Yeah, because the more you make, the more they take, especially if you don't understand how the tax system works. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to come off as some type of expert, because the information I learned it from multimillionaires, and they shared that. And when I talk to somebody that don't understand, I have to kind of like, you don't want to have to try to dumb it down, but I want to make sure that you get it. Because if I ask you a question, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what a write-off is? Do you know what taxable income is? They be like, W-4, do you know what that is? I said, well, then I'll share it. But, sometimes you just got to go through stuff. I got a daughter. I ain't gonna lie, she hard-headed, and I can tell her all the right stuff. But I know for a fact she's going to have to go through some things for her to really see what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
The good part is you can talk to her. Think about when we finished school. I never had no credit conversation with my daddy. Now my daddy has his doctorate in nursing. He had a good job. He didn't know nothing about investing to be able to tell me what to do.
Right.
Or the only thing he could tell me is go to work on time every day.
Yeah.
Don't get fired.
Yeah.
Don't blow your money on stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Try to get a savings account.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I started this with this company that I realized savings account, they ain't giving you shit at the bank.
No, they ain't. They did. Hey, they thank you. We're gonna hold it and let somebody else borrow it while it's sitting there growing nothing.
I used to get the little statement thing they would send in the mail, and then I've been had grew an interest of 1 cent.
It ain't worth the paper.
You can put it on the mattress for that.
Yeah.
So what I learned when I got in this business was about investing in bonds or what was the stuff, government bonds or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't find you one that's got I don't even know what back when we first started, when he said outpace inflation.
Yeah.
He said anything that was over what your interest that you earn is over 8%. And the bank, they weren't giving us nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
And I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all I'm no investment guru. That ain't the case. But I know enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
So I stopped putting my money in the savings account. I got a money market account. And that way my money was growing. Because think about it. Well, that's a whole nother story. I was going to say, when they holding your money in your paycheck and giving you that refund at the end of the year,
yeah,
they getting buku interest off of it.
Right.
And they're not gonna get them. I ain't even finna delve into that.
Right.
Story. But yeah, and it's hard. Like, I know for me, like I said, my folks didn't know what to tell me for something like that. And I don't blame them for that because we ain't had that type of information back then. So now I've been talking to Naya, she started when I joined the business, she was 5. And everywhere I went with this business, she was there. So I'm like, I don't care if it's got to sink in through osmosis. Mm-hmm. You gonna hear about this stuff. So we've had the credit conversation, and like usually, if I put it in front of because I'm a spreadsheet person, so I got my bills and then color coded and all that stuff. She probably lasts about 15 minutes before her eyes start glazing over, and I'm like, you ain't listening to me no more. Right. Like, no. But you gotta teach it to them because if she go out there and mess up a bunch of credit cards when she go to college, that's on her because she done heard my horror stories. We've talked about credit, all of that, but see, I ain't had that conversation. So it's not that that's an excuse. The common sense told me if you working at Taco Bell making $4.35 an hour and they give you a Sears card with an $800 limit, once you run that money up, how you gonna pay it back?
Right.
I knew I couldn't pay it back. But I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. But I tell you what, I tell people now. So this was my experience. This is what could happen to you.
Oh yeah.
So dodge all of it. So with this business, I learned a lot. Like when you were talking about taxable income and what's the other thing you said? I didn't know a deduction from a write-off or that it's the same thing.
Yeah.
People would always ask me questions and it would be stuff that I thought I probably should know.
Right.
And they say folks can't tell how stupid you are until you open your mouth.
Right.
So I just kept mine closed.
And then shook your head.
Right. Or the old trick, they're like, do you do a long form or a short form? I'm like, which one you do? I do that one too. I don't know no long and no short.
Right.
Then they start hollering about some Schedule C. Well, I'm like, how many schedules? I mean, why we even got a schedule for some income tax?
Yeah, I know, right?
I just, my knowledge base was terrible. Yeah. So I say that to say, you can turn that around. The more you learn and apply it, So with this business, when I first got started, back then it was $179 to get started. And then after that, $34.95 a month. Now this was back in 2015. Now y'all know inflation then drove the price up, but still, now it's a lot. To be honest, it's a lot cheaper because now it ain't no $179. You can get started for $40.
Right, because see what happens is
verbal assassin always say a fucking 40 will get you started.
So this is what happened over the years. The company or the founders of the company invest heavily into the market, and what they were doing was when they charged us at 170, they were investing it just like a bank would, so they can build the infrastructure inside of the business. So inside of the membership, we have the software and the website is already ready for you. So they make it really simple for you to become a business owner because they've done all the legwork. They've invested in the software that they can gift it out to you as an associate. Now you have access to $1 million system that you're only paying $40 a month for. You see what I'm saying? So I think people may miss this and say, well, why am I paying $40? Well, you can't go nowhere and run a business for $40. There are people in our business that are paying the $40, but they also have created a 6-7 figure income, right? Yeah. So you got to see cost versus value. Okay, it may cost you $40 to get started, but you have unlimited income potential. And that's how people get this thing twisted. Like you think just because it's $40, I can't make no money. Well, if you understand how the system is set up and how there are millions of people that are going to need what we offer in the next day or two. Like I say, we've been in this thing for 10 years, and we know even if we don't build a big team, the information that we use to apply for our own finances is enough to sustain us. That's why I stayed in. I don't need nobody to join my business because it has put me in position to be okay. Even when the economy started to tank, I've set some things up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And and I know probably there are some people that's listening the same way I was when you first were talking to me about the business. I'm like, but what kind of business I'm gonna do? Right. I'm like, I understand you didn't explain the benefits of having a home-based business, but I'm thinking I ain't got no talent. What I'm gonna
do? I remember you said that, and I was like, she did. So I was like, okay, I got excited that they're sharing the benefits and what it done for me. But I guess she missed what is the business. I said,
I did. I'm still sitting there thinking, like, oh, this sounds great. But I don't bake, I don't sew, I don't, what am I gonna do? So basically our business is sharing this financial information. And in order to have a home-based business, you only have to do two things. What's them two things, Tom?
You have to have an intent to make a profit with proper record keeping.
Yeah. So before the government changes, y'all better come on, get on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I say that I always bring that up to say you don't have to have a huge team. Now, if you got a huge team of people and you're sharing it with a lot of people and they're sharing it, of course you're gonna get the fruits of your labor back from it. But for somebody like me that is not going to worry you to deal about this business, I'm gonna share it with you. Yeah. If you ask me for information, I'm gonna give it to you. But I'm not gonna be chasing you down trying to make you do it. But the thing of it is, when I share it, that's me attempting to make a profit. Yeah. So when we hit the live button on this YouTube or Facebook and come on here and start talking about the business, this is us attempting to make a profit. Nobody may not ever hit us up and say, I'm interested, I want to do it. That don't change the fact that I'm still working my business.
Right.
So that takes care of the intent to make a profit. Now with the record keeping, the business comes with a system called a cash flow manager. And we sell the cash flow manager separately too. Like if you already have a business and you don't want to do this one, what is it, like $10 a month?
Yeah, $10.99.
And it's just a place where, if you see some of my old videos, I've actually sat down and put stuff in there so y'all can see how it works. But it has everything you could possibly write off. And when I say write off, I mean you basically are getting your money back. So the $34.95 that I pay every month is a business expense. So when it's time for me to do my taxes and I'm gonna put down there $34.95 times 12 because that was money I used to run my business. So I'm gonna get discounted. I guess discounted may be a better word.
Yeah.
You know, if you instead of write off or deduction. But what it's saying is you really getting your money back.
Right.
So the important thing about the cash flow manager is you got to put the information in there. And I can tell you that struggle story too, because if you don't keep up with it, and then when it comes tax time, IRS don't want to hear nothing about. Well, I think, I remember, but let me see. They don't care about that. They want to see who, what, when, where, and why for everything that you write off. The good part about it is it's an app on our phone. We can, back when, it changed a lot now, but it used to be you could write off your meals and stuff. They bring you your receipt, take a picture of it in the restaurant, put it in your phone, you already got that. So, and then like the money, like not all of the bills, but like my utilities, part of my rent, I can write that off because I'm running a business right here. So this area right here, this is my office. So for this space, and I don't know how they calculate it out, but all I know is if I ain't had no business, I wouldn't be getting shit knocked off. It would just be the full amount. So, if y'all still confused or got questions about what we do, we get on, we share information. If people want to join, they can join. We do get an incentive for anybody who joins, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't enough to put me in one of the Mercedes that Tony got. Because I'm not a sales person. But some people are, and we really gear this towards the younger people too, because like they already tech savvy. You can do everything you need to do for this business on your phone.
Yeah.
And if you one of the people that's posting stuff all day, every day anyway, why not post about your business? And if somebody decides they want to join and they share the information, and people love to throw around the word pyramid. It's not a scam. It's not a pyramid. If we still doing this 10 years later and ain't wearing no orange jumpsuit, that ought to tell you something.
Yeah. So, and the thing about it is, to see the company has been around for 20 years and it has an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. So, any company that's been around that long with a A+, they're doing business the right way. Melissa said something earlier, and I got to say this is because a lot of people rely on their job too much. A business is the plan B. It's the backup plan, and you can work from home. Imagine some of the people that have gotten laid off this past weekend probably thought that their job was secure, but this is a wake-up call for a lot of us that we have to take the steps to set things up. And just in case, something happens, our first strategy, and this is for all employees, y'all, all employees across the board, is to properly adjust your W-4. You should have done that in January. You want to make sure that you're paying the right amount of taxes that's coming out of your check. You work hard every day. You work overtime. You got bills, they go up, inflation going up, light bill, your rent, your mortgage, your taxes go up. You should be using your own money instead of waiting till next year on a tax refund to get it. So this is where our business is saying, be and act like a wealthy person by not overpaying your taxes, so you can use your own money to create your own wealth. You can invest your own money. If you got an extra $300, $400, $500, $600, if you don't have any bills, guess what you're supposed to be doing? Investing it. You should be buying some real estate with it. You should be buying some mutual funds with it. You shouldn't be waiting and letting the government invest it for themselves. You need to be investing it for yourself. And this is what our company is about. It's about helping you create wealth with a little bit of money that you have instead of losing it.
And that's this we're talking about this business, and it don't you still gotta put some work in. I put it that way. Once you get started, money, it's not just gonna fall in your lap. You've been given the tools, but you still gotta get in there and do the work. So, like I said, if you're not tracking your expenses, if you're not we have people that join the business and never shared it with anybody. So you're not really attempting to make a profit if you're not sharing it. But think about all of the other things you do free advertising for. Every time you tell somebody about a series on Hulu or Netflix, you are advertising for them. They getting paid off of you telling somebody that.
Right.
The same if you go to a new restaurant, whether it's good or bad, if you're telling people about it, you're advertising for them.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the same thing with this business. And then, like I said, even if nobody decides to join, I still am working my business and I'm still able to get all of the benefits. But when I say put in the work, I mean, you got to get in there. It comes with a free credit repair, do-it-yourself credit repair kit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get that credit repair kit, go in there and start seeing where you are and where you need to be. Now, that's the thing. When we first started, I told you it was called My Economy. So Tony don't know my financial situation because he got his own economy over there. Mm. So it's not like anybody is going to sit there and, because I think some people might picture somebody sitting there going through all your financial records. And I don't blame you, but I don't want nobody looking at my money. That ain't none of your business. Right. So that sometimes makes people not want to try it. But the whole point is you are
in control,
working yours. Yeah. Right. So me and him don't even do this. You know, he's in automotive. I'm in healthcare. The only thing we got in common is we get paid every 2 weeks, right?
Right.
Or 1 month. That's all we got in common. We both get paid every 2 weeks. So his situation with his finances and what strategies he uses is totally different from mine. He's married with a child. I'm a single parent. So we're not going, there's no straight, pattern cut out. But you got the tools to figure out what you need to do. You just got to use them. So when I say that, I'm saying that to say, if you do get started, you got to get in there and see what it's about and put in the work. Because we can't do it for you. We ain't going to be in your money like that, your finances like that. All we can do is give you general information, give you advice. And that was all I really needed. You know, Tony ain't going to say it, but I was his star pupil.
Yeah.
Look at him. He still don't want to say it.
It took you a minute, but you came along. Yeah. Everybody take their own time. You take your time. Like I say, I'm not going to rush you. Melissa's not going to rush you. You got the system. You have to take your time. Everybody work different shifts and hours. Got to come home, get the kids ready, get them out of school, all of that. But you just got to find the time to make it happen. I'm going to tell you right now, with this new economy, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, your plan B has to be now. Right now. Really.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. It makes me a little uncomfortable. Because you don't know what's coming. Because I heard something about he finna get rid of the IRS. Can he get rid of the IRS? Did you hear about it? Okay. I ain't gonna say it because I probably gonna get it wrong. But all I know is you need to be on top of it.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna do a business with us, get you some kind of other stream of income. And this is another point. Some of you might already have businesses that are doing well. For instance, the Hood Table is a hellified baker. You know, she's always sharing her cakes and showing how to decorate. She already got a business. But if she were interested in, hey, Harold, I ain't seen you in forever.
Oh, Harold,
but
Brooks.
Yeah, he said, right now, start a home-based business today. That's right.
Let's go.
So, you may already have a business, but you don't have the information like strategies to make your business grow. And when I say grow, I'm not talking about your product. I'm talking about how you handle your business, how you fund your business, what you're saving, what you're investing in. You know, that's a whole nother realm. You could be somebody that can sell 50 cakes a day, but if you don't have the like know what you can write off or what you can write off and maximize your money, then you still leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
So this business is good for people who already have a business. Or if, like I said, we sell the cash flow manager as a separate product. We sell the do-it-yourself credit repair as a separate product. But if you join the business, that comes with the business.
Absolutely.
So versus paying for it and then it's included and you got access to it all the time. Right. That's two different things.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we up to 50 minutes. So
okay. Yeah.
We done shared our war stories. I shared more than Tony. Tony, now he was the one who brought the topic up. And then all he got on here and said that 2008 was a bad year.
It was. I was like, I just don't want to talk about it, okay? I've moved on. You know what I'm saying?
Look, why you bringing up old stuff?
Yeah.
Bringing up old stuff to help people, new people.
Right.
Old mistake.
Yeah. Hey, but look, y'all, we're gonna get ready. I'm gonna wrap my part up, but I just want to encourage y'all, especially share this out to any employees out there, because nobody's job is safe doing in this economy. We don't know what's going on, but to have some other type of income stream coming in, a home-based business where you can capture bills that you're gonna spend money on anyway. This is the perfect business. I think you can start for like under $25. Just ask for a link. We'll provide a link for you guys to get started for $25, and then after that it's like $40 a month, something like that. But you're gonna have your own business. I'm talking about with products, an automated marketing system. You're gonna have the credit repair. You're gonna have a business, wealth building business at your fingertips. And I'm telling you, if you don't have a home-based business, now is the time to get one.
Yeah, and something else I was talking about with somebody today. Now more than ever, make sure you got that emergency cash set aside. Because I mean, honestly, we just don't know what's gonna happen next week. And you know, the advice that I was given, and I thought it was pretty good when I first started, was whatever you pay for your monthly bills, multiply it times 3 and keep that set aside somewhere. So that way, if anything does happen for the next 3 months, you're good.
Right.
So
sounds good.
If you don't have an emergency fund, you might want to start one now. I don't care if you get the put $1 in the envelope there. You know how they have all the different little, things you do. But do something, because it's just unpredictable, and I don't like not knowing what's gonna happen. It's just in general, you don't know what's gonna happen, but now it's like a creepy. I don't know what's
like what's next. Yeah, what else? What's next?
It's kind of, scary. So anyway, if anybody who's listening to this is interested, reach out to Tony and myself, Melissa King. I'm Melissa King all day, every day on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Tony Clopton, same difference on every social media. So we're not hard to get in touch with, and we ain't gonna worry you to death. So if you're interested, get in touch with us. We can tell you more about the business, and you can make a decision for yourself. But I'm gonna say this: this is the best time to start learning about money. Whatever you don't know about it, this is the best time to start, because I don't know. I just get this feeling like we gotta be prepared for whatever. Right now.
Absolutely.
So anyway, thank you guys for joining us this evening. We'll be back next week, and I gotta figure out
how to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my computer over here just went. It's gone. So
for anybody that wants more information, our company does have meetings every Monday to Thursday at 8:00 Central. I think it's 7:30 or 8:00 Central. But anybody want more information from top leaders, y'all feel free to shoot us a text and we'll get y'all the information.
And if this isn't for you, share it with somebody else. It might be for them. Everybody has their season for when they want to do stuff. And it just might just not be the time you want to do it now. But you may know somebody else that's like, oh, that'd be good for them. Just share it. That's all we ask.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, Tony, thanks for joining me.
You're welcome.
Let's get us out of here.
All right.
And see if it's going to do what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
Well, I hit end. It ain't doing nothing.
Old folks in technology.
Thanks for tuning in. Are you ready to start your home-based business? If your answer is yes, contact Melissa or Tony and get started today.